This is a team that have been formed from what seems to be some kind of Appalachian mountain based Unabomber style shack. They call Matt Maxwell the Mind of Madness, and he has unleashed these two.
So nobody quite knows what Maxwell has been doing around here in New British Promotions. He's been lurking, only getting involved when he wants to get involved. Nobody knows why he's here, but I can tell you exclusively right now that this is why he's here, to bring your nightmares to life. Bo Carter, Nate Sawyer are here to deliver horror.
They certainly are. And this is I'll be honest with you, Bo Carter himself is an intimidating man, and Nate Sawyer, you add Nate Sawyer into this mix, my friends, this is pure horror personified.
Don't annoy Bo Carter. He'll chew right through those ropes.
I'm a big fan of Aiden Sparks and a big fan of Posty Malone, but right now, this is quite possibly one of the most bizarre fights that they're going to fight themselves in. It is going to be a fight. It's not going to be a match. This is going to be brutality. Don't get me wrong at all with this. Right now,
he's not even checking the address. How does he know that those letters are for the right people? Absolutely ridiculous. Somebody get a complaint into Royal Mail.
Consignia are going to they're going to be having meetings with him on Monday, or what's left of him after this.
Do you know what? He's not professional enough to work for Royal Mail. I bet he works for Every.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
As you can see, Bo Carter and Nate Sawyer are not too happy. But then again, when are they ever happy?
Exactly. They're only happy when it's raining blood.
Posty Malone is mocking Nate Sawyer, and I'm sure he's going to live to regret that.
Yeah, that is a big, big mistake. Posty Malone may have just made the biggest mistake of a somewhat concatenated existence. You don't turn your back on the Grindhouse.
And you definitely don't call Bo Carter Peppa Pig.
Nope, definitely not.
I don't know what episodes of Peppa Pig they've been watching. Clearly the ones that come out on Adult Swim.
It certainly looks that way. The Grindhouse just
making them pay early on for the disrespect that they've shown. But
both Posty and Aiden managed to evade them that time, and they're getting a good couple of shots in there.
But it looks like they've got a delivery of their own, a double delivery.
And Posty is putting the boots to Bo Carter. Aiden Sparks dropping the double axe handle and just hammering into the back of Nate Sawyer. Nate Sawyer thrown directly into that ring post.
Do not turn your back on the bad seed, because he'll give you as good as you give him. Oh!
A double chop.
Right next to us, Bo Carter is trying to put Posty Malone through the wall.
And
this has spilled right out of control.
it certainly has, and Posty Malone is on the lap of one of our audience here.
Oof. That sent a cold shiver down my spine. That was
absolutely brutal.
Well, it shows how fickle this audience is.
Certainly,
Cheering for Posty Malone when he comes out, but now they're paying for his own blood.
This is the power of the mind of madness. You see how quickly the tables can turn. Oh! And that chop.
It looks like for now the upper hand has to go to Posty Malone and Aiden Sparks.
Again, they're spending so much time gesturing to the audience that.
Are we finally going to get this match properly underway?
I mean, I was going to mention that actually. I've not heard a bell ring yet. But Nate just got his bell rung on that top turnbuckle.
Well, it looks like our referee was just being very, very lenient to start our match off. Tag team cohesion once again.
You can see the extra little bit of nuance on that from Aiden Sparks. He hooked both legs on that cover, but it still wasn't enough to put Nate Sawyer away.
You have to do much, much more than that to get rid of the bad seed. Oh!
Special delivery, knee in the corner. And the diving lariat.
But only a 1 count. You're going to have to do so much more than that.
I mean, I was going to say it's almost like they're inhuman, but what would you class the bad seed and Bo Carter as? Would you classify them as human?
I'd class them as from your deepest, darkest fears manifest.
I can certainly agree with you on that.
Look at him raking the eyes, which is big of him since he's got about 6 eyes on his face.
I mean, that's what where does the referee stand on that one? If someone, if he's got more eyes, is it specifically 2 that are illegal to poke? Or
no, it's just more illegal. Obviously more illegal. Come on, man, think about it. An eye's an eye. Oh! And he's crushed him in that corner.
He's just cradling Aiden Sparks' head as he feeds him directly to that diving forearm from Nate Sawyer. And Bo Carter.
It's Bo Carter's turn just to get a 1 count. Look at that. It looks like neither of these teams are ready to concede any kind of defeat.
Posty's still a little bit upset about the shenanigans outside earlier on.
The referee needs to keep him in check.
Certainly does.
He is not the legal man in the match, and yet he keeps leaning over those ropes. Big uppercut.
Absolutely wiped Aiden Sparks out there, trying to put the fire out.
Somebody needs to check the back row for his teeth. Speaking of teeth.
Yeah, right now.
Looks like Bo Carter's teeth were dug straight into his forehead. Teeth, I understand, that haven't been brushed in about 16 years.
That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Does that count as a tag? I'm sure it was.
He made contact with him in some way. It definitely counts.
It's not like I'm going to go up there and argue the point with them. I want to be as far away from these humanoids as possible, but running senton from the bad seed.
The bad seed planting Aiden Sparks.
And right now he's just got both thumbs around the windpipe of Sparks.
And he's now mocking the referee in his count. This is why you can't put these two people in a civilized sporting contest. They're not civilized, David. They're not civilized. And I gotta respect it.
Sometimes you got to go outside of the box, and these people are most definitely outside of the box.
Oh, come on, look at Posty Malone once again trying to get himself involved in this match.
Never mind Posty Malone, that was Matt Maxwell on the other side again. Just
don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it.
I mean, to be honest, I have no idea why Matt Maxwell was trying to get involved there. I mean, it must be just because he can. Because if he's got these two absolute monsters, these demons, these golems, at his behest, why would he need to get involved himself? He could just sit back and watch and enjoy the carnage.
Because sometimes sitting back and watching is not enough. Sometimes you can only get the enjoyment out of being a part.
And that double drop kick from Aiden Sparks with his legs apart.
Looks like he's sparking back to life.
It certainly does.
And he's crawling now, crawling over to the corner. He's got him in.
Posty Malone is in.
Posty Malone is angry.
He certainly is.
Big.
Massive drop kick.
Now where's he going?
The second rope. He's going in for the airmail. And it touches down perfectly. But the grind, it's not enough to keep Bull Carter down.
Of course it's not. He's going to need to do more than that. He's going to have to go up to another top rope. You're going to need another rope.
I'll be honest with you. I think if my memory serves me correct from the last time I heard the name Nate Sawyer, another rope may indeed be available, but you do not want the Grindhouse to bring it here. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Well, it depends how many traumatized children you want here in Wakefield. Double drop kick from Posty.
And he's going straight back to that cover on Bo Carter. And it's still not enough. Look at Posty Malone. He's scrambling now. He wonders what it is he's got to do to keep these monsters down.
And how do you combat that? How do you combat a Bull Carter? How do you combat a Nate Sawyer? How do you combat anyone who's been programmed by the mind of Maxwell?
I'll tell you how you combat them. By running away. Getting as far away from them as you can.
Strategic retreat. But Posty as...
Oh, look at that. He sparked him right where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, I think that was somewhat of a genital cuff there.
That was what a genius would call a punch up the bracket. Oh!
And
that big spike to the throat.
And the side rushing leg sweep combination. And the Grindhouse have put the tag team division here on notice.
Look at the punishment that they sustained during this match, only to come out on top with a devastating combination finishing maneuver.
The spike to the throat and the whiplash effect of that side Russian leg sweep.
And now it looks like he's directing traffic because someone's still standing, and that is not enough for the Grindhouse.
It certainly isn't. They're going to make sure they take absolutely every... Posty Malone in with a save. Was in there with a first-class stamp.
That finally seems to have been enough to keep Bo Carter down. looks like the fire still burns in this team.
It certainly does. The Grindhouse will be back.
Let's not forget here, they might be standing right now. They might have survived, but they didn't win. Your winners this evening are the Grindhouse. Whatever Maxwell has cooked up for these boys, these men, these demons, these monsters, I'm sure it's going to come to fruition in time.